It's home to the Alamo and the Spurs, San Antonio, Texas, as we bring you an interconference rivalry here at the AT&T Center. Welcome to our 2K Sports broadcast. Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, bringing you the NBA on a Monday afternoon. And now, the opening lineup for Indiana, courtesy of State Farm. Granger, Hansbrough, and Hibbert are the front court. Paul George is out there with Collison. And for San Antonio, Jefferson, McDyess, and Duncan are the front court. Parker and Manu are the backcourt.
He's so graceful around the rim. Sometimes you forget how strong he is.
You know, I think it was really exciting for this Pacers team getting into the postseason last year for the first time in 5 years, guys. I mean, the youth helped as we saw the passion come out in that Game 4 win against the Bulls. And I thought they competed very well in that series and have some promise going forward.
Clark, I agree with you. You know, brought the Pacers making it into the postseason. They were the 8th seed, but really did a good job against a very talented Chicago team, Steve.
Yeah, very tough opponents. Anytime you're going up in that first round against a team like the Bulls as an 8th seed, I mean, you get to see what a team like that's made of. And I think that young Pacers squad really accounted for itself in a good way in that playoff run. We'll see if they can take advantage and really have a good season this year.
Well, Doris, an interesting game. Moments ago, you had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. What do you have to say?
Well, Coach had a smile on his face when I asked him about his plans for attacking a defense of this caliber. He said they're known for their defense, and rightly so. But we have an offense that can be very dangerous if we're on our game, and we're going to put them on their back heels right out of the gates. Should be fun to watch, guys.
Wonderful, Doris. Thanks for the report.
You know, that strong defense on the other side obviously has them a big concern.
Yeah, no question. And they're so good when you isolate, they're going to really close you down. So you've got to keep player movement, ball movement. Try to get that defense on the move. That's the only way you're going to get good shots against this team.
He feeds it to Parker. Picked up by Hibbert. And that one's good. Parker. Here's Collison.
And Manu Ginobili, so deceptive with the ball in his hands. Athletic. Once he gets moving, he's so shifty from side to side. It just seems to have a knack for getting by his defender.
Jefferson is tagged with the reach. That is his first foul of the game. The Spurs making a switch here. Splitters checked in. Here's Granger. It's tipped.
You know, his head was on the swivel that time, and he was able to anticipate that pass.
That's good from Ginobili on the assist from Thiago Splitter.
And I like his aggressiveness going to the hoop using that height advantage.
And for Ginobili, when he drives, Clark seems to see angles that most players don't have on their radar.
Well, it helps when you're wrong-handed, left-handed, that is. I mean, it gives you a different kind of look and approach to attacking the basket. He takes it to the next level with his unorthodox drives, though. He's got a unique ability to slide and slither and slash and still get a good shot off.
How about that Euro step that these guys have developed, you know, where they put the weight on the wrong foot and they looks like a crossover, but it's really a different kind of
It is a different type of deal, and Manu has obviously mastered that. And he's got some imitators out there, too.
Yeah, he does indeed. Wade, in particular, out of Miami.
Wade loves it.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
And so here is San Antonio. Defended by Dunleavy. A quick shot there, and it's off target. And here's Collison. He's picked up by Parker. Goes up. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That one on Jefferson.
I think Darren Collison is penciled in as the Pacers' point guard of the future, and with blazing speed and a really insatiable appetite for the game, the future's bright for him.
And the Spurs making a change here. Green's checked in. Jeff Foster's checked in for Indiana. Rush comes in for Mike Dunleavy. Well, Darren Collison's shooting percentages fell back to earth a bit last season following his scintillating rookie season. But, Steve, he's still plenty dangerous offensively.
Well, he's so quick, and he can get around his defender at will, and he's added that jump shot. He's gotten much better with that shot. So, Darren Collison, a guy who can beat you in a lot of different ways.
Green gets called for the reach. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul, team's third.
Here's Rush. Hansbrough inside. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. That free throw good from Collison.
And the Spurs were so consistent last year against the entire league. They were 23-7 against the East, and of course did pretty well against the West too.
Splitter with the ball. Hansbrough defending. San Antonio again missing. Here's Rush. Oh! While we've got a sec, let's check out the Sprite Slam Cam.
Well, that's a dunk you will not see very often. You won't pass that one by.
No doubt about that.
I wish he would, though. You can never see too many of those.
Boy, it really had to be deflating for the Spurs after winning 61 games in the regular season to be bounced out of the playoffs by the Grizzlies in the first round. And it raised some interesting and difficult questions for them moving forward.
Now, here's Green. And that time, also a missed shot. And here we go. The pull-up. Granger misses.
Using his strength nicely there to ensure the rebound. Good work.
Going back, Clark, to that first-round upset, the second time an 8th seed has ever won in a 7-game series. And the Spurs were thoroughly outplayed, Steve, by the Memphis Grizzlies. Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol. What a collection Grizzlies got by him.
Yeah, that didn't feel like an 8th seed, did it? I mean, Randolph and Gasol so dominant in the front court. And then I thought Memphis's defense was really good, too. But the Spurs, as well as they played the regular season, just didn't have it in the playoffs. I think they needed an infusion of some young talent there in San Antonio. I'm surprised to see him drift out to that three-point line in transition.
Parker against Collison. He's picked up by Parker. Now Foster. Blocked. Turnover. Different look for San Antonio. Tawan Blair. He's checked in for Splitter. McDyess comes in for Daniel Green. And Gary Neal subbed in for Manu Ginobili. And the Pacers also changing it up. Josh McRoberts is checked in for Hansbrough. Dunleavy comes in for Brandon Rush. And George Hills subbed in for Darren Collison. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
I think he caught the defense off balance there. I think he just sort of lost the touch on the release, kind of short-armed.
Spurs trail by 5. Here's Blair. Sinks it from about 9 feet out. Blair's got his first 2 points of the night. Now Hill. To the paint. Here's Foster. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
Boy, that is a sweet feed from his teammate there.
Puts up a prayer. Shot is no good. Oh, we've seen some great